Best airmail rare stamps to collect. The 50-cent stamp of 1941. It is part of the airmail stamp series, which depicts one of the transport planes used during World War II. Model C-31. It is one of the first twin-engine transport aircraft, composed of 2 engines instead of 1. Below the image, you will be able to see the number 50, which indicates the nominal value of the piece. 50 cents of the American dollar. Stamp intended to cover the various tariffs in force, and for the National Airmail Service, than for the foreign one. In fact, with this value of 50 cents, it could be used for sending trans-Pacific airmail. This orange-colored piece. He was released on October 29, 1941. Issued in 11,160,000 copies. Today it is worth $925. This 6-piece sheet of 16 cents from 1923 depicts as a drawing the emblem of the Air Service, composed of a medallion, which bears the writing U and S, United States monogram. The writing airmail around it, indicating that the stamp is part of the airmail series. Left and right. The 2 wings, which symbolize flight. All top. The writing U.S. postage. All below. The nominal value of the piece reported in number and letters. 15 cents of the U.S. dollar. This sheet consists of 6 pieces. Black in color. Issued in 1923 in millions of copies. Today it is worth $2,700. The 8-cent stamp of 1923. Depicted in the center. The radiator of an aircraft propeller manufactured by one of the most famous British aeronautical companies, the Havilland Aircraft Company. The post office. To plan the journey of your correspondence, both at night and during daylight hours, and to allow anyone in the United States to send mail from one area of the Confederation to another. They issued this 8-cent US dollar stamp, actually surpassing the various postal bureaucracies that existed in the country, because the United States was divided into 3 different tariff zones. Above the image, you will be able to see the writing U.S. postage. Down. The nominal value reported in number and letters. Postage stamp issued on August 15, 1923. Dark green color. Was issued in 6,414,000 copies. And today it is worth $5,000. The 50-cent stamp of 1933. He is better known by the name Baby Zepp, due to its lower face value than the previous 3 Zeppelin stamps. Rare piece rich in history. You will be able to see on the center the depiction of the Zeppelin airship, built by the Germans, and offered to the United States as payment of the war debt of the First World War. America agreed, provided that the airship was to prove itself on a transatlantic voyage, a trip that was successful, transporting goods and mail among the United States, South America, and Europe. Above the image, you will be able to see the writing United States postage, followed by the writing of the commemoration of progress. Down. The nominal value of the piece. 50 cents of the American dollar. Piece released on October 2, 1933. Green in color. Only 324,000 examples remained in circulation. And today it is worth $6,500. The $1932.60 stamp. Depicted in the center. The Graf Zeppelin. Rigid airship. Used for the transport of passengers and goods on long routes. 236 meters long. With a diameter of 30.50 meters. It could carry a 30-ton load. And was able to fly mainly thanks to hydrogen and gas. This means of transport managed to have an in-flight range of 10,000 kilometers. And traveling at 110 kilometers per hour. This stamp was mainly produced to send mail mainly between Europe and the Pan-American territories. Up. You will be able to see the name of the airship written on it. Graf Zeppelin. Under. The European and Pan-American air route. All below. The nominal value of the piece. $2.60 of the American dollar. This blue-colored piece. With this value, the buyer paid the postage of a letter, which ran the entire route. A trip from New York to Germany. Through Spain. In South America and North America. Postage stamp issued on April 19, 1930. Issued in 61,000 copies. Today it is worth $7,650. The 24-cent stamp of 1923 depicts the de Havilland biplane, an airplane from the early 20s, 8.5 meters long. It could carry 1,500 kilograms and could reach a maximum speed of 196 kilometers per hour. Up. The writing U.S. postage. Down. The face value of the 24-cent piece of the U.S. dollar. Transcontinental airmail at the time. A service from the 20s. It was only used during the day. At night instead. The correspondence was transported on railway carriages and taken to the airport, ready for takeoff at dawn. A train could actually cross the country at the time in 108 hours, while the mixed air and rail one took 78 hours. Thanks to this biplane, the mail delivery journey was reduced by 2/3 in terms of time. In 33 hours mail could be delivered on transcontinental routes. So this stamp was specially issued for air service only. Carmine color. He was released on August 21, 1923. It has a circulation of 5,285,000 pieces. And today it is worth $18,000. The 24-cent stamp of 1918 depicts the famous inverted Curtis Jenny stamp, one of the most famous printing errors in the world, where the biplane appears upside down. The Curtis JN-4 Jenny aircraft biplane from 1915. It was just over 8 meters long. It could carry up to 871 kilograms and could reach a maximum speed of 121 kilometers per hour. Above the image, you will be able to see the writing U.S. postage. Under. The nominal value of the piece. 24 cents of the U.S. dollar. It is estimate D that in the world there are a couple of incorrectly printed sheets containing a few dozen pieces. Red and blue stamp. Released on May 10 in 1918. One of these pieces was auctioned for $2 million.